Hey, welcome back to Rick's Reviews. I'm your host, Movie Real Rick. And today, we're talking about the 10th installment of the 20-year X-Men franchise, Dark Phoenix. So I was really excited for this movie to come out for two main reasons. First off, it has such a phenomenal, star-studded returning cast, with James McAvoy as Professor X, Michael Fassbender as Magneto, Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique, and the wildly popular Game of Thrones star Sophie Turner as Jean Grey. The other reason I was really looking forward to seeing this movie was because the previous installments with this current stellar cast were so good. X-Men First Class surprised the hell out of me with an outstanding origin story. Days of Future Past was an epic and emotional blockbuster. X-Men Apocalypse was a bit of a letdown, but still pretty decent. So I figured that Dark Phoenix would learn from the shortcomings of X-Men Apocalypse and from X3 The Last Stand, which was also about Dark Phoenix. But no. Not only did they not improve on the Phoenix storyline from their previous attempt, but this movie has a terrible plot in general, no character development, and is just lazy and sloppy throughout. The movie starts out kinda consistent with the comic and cartoon show, with the X-Men launching into space to help some stranded astronauts, and Jean Grey ends up absorbing this alien Phoenix power, turning her into this almighty, and for some reason psychologically unstable, being. But that's not really consistent with this X-Men timeline, because Jean already had that fiery power in her, which she utilized in the previous movie X-Men Apocalypse. Even if I could get past that for the sake of enjoying this movie independently from the rest, they've got these Groot-like aliens that come down from outer space and initiate a covert mission that hinges on them impersonating humans that they kill, just like the aliens did in Captain Marvel, and The Thing, and Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and Men in Black, They Live, The Arrival, Cocoon, The Invasion, Earth Girls Are Easy, and a handful of Twilight Zone episodes. And the objective of these aliens is to acquire the Phoenix power for themselves, or to control Jean Grey and use the power for their bidding, or just destroy Jean Grey and the Phoenix altogether. Kind of a wide range of goals there. While we do get a vague explanation of who these aliens are and what they want, it's pretty weak. Then, they've got Magneto living on an island with some no-name mutants for some reason. Professor X is suddenly an egomaniac basking in the glow of the human mutant PR utopia he's created. And all of the X-Men are now super famous, complete with adoring fans worldwide, and even their own action figures. Plus, this is the only movie of the 10-movie X-Men franchise without a Hugh Jackman appearance. Not even a cameo. Needless to say, this movie was a pretty big letdown. It's got a great cast and some really cool special effects, but that's about it. This movie cut me deep because not only was it a total waste of star power and a beloved franchise that brought my favorite childhood cartoon show onto the big screen, but there were so many other untouched storylines they could have explored and interesting characters they could have used. Most notably, Mr. Sinister, the regenerative mutant mastermind with his own mutant gang of goons who kidnaps Jean and Scott on their wedding day in the hopes of using them to help create a mutant master race. Wouldn't that have been cool to see? You know, instead of just another stab at Dark Phoenix? Or the Juggernaut? Yeah, I know he was sloppily thrown into X3, but I'm talking about getting into the deeper storyline, with Juggernaut as Professor X's jealous stepbrother, and how he perfectly contrasts the X-leader. The Juggernaut is all brawn and no brains, where Professor X lacks even average human physical ability due to his paralysis, with all of his power lying in the mind. They could have even teamed up the Juggernaut and Mr. Sinister for one badass movie. But instead, they just remade X3 and even used the same tired writing style where Magneto flip-flops worse than a politician between fighting with the X-Men and fighting against them. In short, this movie was very unoriginal, and the few creative liberties they took to make it a little different all sucked. Now, I was going to go see this movie no matter what the critics said, so don't let my sour review prevent you from doing so. But if you really need a quality X-Men fix, I think your time would be much better spent rewatching either First Class or Days of Future Past, because all that Dark Phoenix is going to do is disappoint you. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed my review, please like and subscribe, and comment below on what you thought of the movie and my review. And tune in next Friday and every Friday for new reviews on movies and TV shows. Same Rick time, same Rick channel. Thanks for watching Movie Reel Rick.